just the normal clauses, right? Like, hi, how are you? um, these are my opinions, these are my thoughts, these are the actions that have occurred to me, and I'm deciding to share because I can. So, my opinions, my truths, my content, if you don't like it, just go ahead and get off. You don't have to stay on. Nobody's making you stay. So, I'm here sharing for so many reasons. I'm here to help heal others. I'm here to help heal myself. I'm here to get my truth out. I deserve to have my truth be known as well. So, one thing I'd really like to point out is again in referring back to that reactive abuse concept. My abusers say anything that they want about me, not only to anyone who will listen, but really big problem, they go to every single job that I get. Um, and that's just, as you would know, no bueno. So, yeah, anyways, there we are. So, you have to understand, I am legitimately here for true, honest, and upstanding assistance from the FBI. So if you have any information regarding any of the things that I've been sharing, I do ask you that you reach out to your local FBI. If you have any ethical bones in your body, you would definitely reach out to the FBI and let them know the things that have transpired by these bullies. It's like bullies on a schoolyard. It's just crazy. If we're in our adult life, you're still bullied. It's crazy. So anyways, I'm legitimately here for that assistance, and I asked for that assistance. So these people, the people that I've named, that little list at least is just the little tip of the iceberg. They have hacked every single email that I have. They have hacked every single phone as well. So that's where I am asking for the FBI's assistance. The main stalkers that I've mentioned, Cheese, ex-husband Bobby, Joel, Boy, Aunt, that's just the tip of the iceberg, like I mentioned. Cheese stated her and her friends had a show that they enjoyed as a viewing party. Guess who the guess who the star of that show was? Yes, I was the star of my very own show that I didn't even know that I was part of in my very own home. Can you imagine hidden cameras in your home, in your car? You have no idea these cameras are there. People say whatever they want, right? In their own home, in the safety of their own home. You can say whatever you want. The police, I'll actually be very specific. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department downtown told me that I was being harassed by a neighbor who said that he should unalive me, or that these people that are stalking me should unalive me. So I went to the LVMPD downtown to report him. And basically, the officer at the counter mocked me, looked at his partner across the way, and said, "So and so, I'm going to unalive you, but in not a nice way." He said, "See, you can say whatever you want to anyone." Yeah. FBI, I need your help, please. So, anyway, yes, me. I'm the star of my own show. Yeah, they were here. Here's the sad part. Not only was I extremely unhealed at that time, I was unawakened. My nervous system was shot. I was extremely depressed, like so freaking depressed. You have no idea. Like, I wasn't bathing for God only knows how long. Could have been a week, could have been 2 weeks. I don't know. God only knows. Anybody who's had that kind of depression knows. Sometimes you can't do things. Like, there was not a lot of eating going on. There was not a lot of taking care of myself going on. Like, it legitimately took all that effort to get myself up and out of the bed even. So until you've been depressed and that kind of depressed, keep your judgments to yourself. Otherwise, if you know, you know. And I'm sorry that you've been there. And I hope that you're out, getting out, or seeking help to get assistance to get out. So, yeah, I was extremely depressed. I was in a major survival mode. Like, when I say survival mode, holy smokes. I'm now living. I was not living before. I was existing, and I was putting one foot in front of the other. I was working, I was paying my bills. I was doing all the things. I wasn't living. Again, I'm living now. I'm awake. You hopefully you're awake as well. So I believe cheese has drugged me on multiple occasions with GHB, unfortunately. Oh, back to that sad part. Like, it's not all sad, right? It's all sad, but we're getting through it. Cheese knew I was in position with a plan to unalive myself. She was very well aware how depressed I was. Not only because she saw me basically in the fetal position and not being able to do anything, and but was the one doing the abuse. She was the one doing the abuse. I had no idea, and then was recording every bit of it from every side. Yeah, she just got to do the abuse, got to see the reaction of the abuse, got to listen to the stories that went to the therapist about the abuse, and then got to take it out on me. And it was a vicious cycle that just went on and on and on and on and on. Sounds fun, right? Yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, Cheese knew that I was in the position with a plan to unalive myself. So they kept pushing, abusing, all the while watching me on hidden cameras. Struggling, suffering, planning. Just take a moment to let that sink in for a minute. Just think about that for just a minute, right? You are beyond depressed, not very able to physically take care of yourself. This person that is in your home that you believe is your partner, that cares about you and cares about what's going on with you, is the one that's actually creating the tornado. And then watching you go through it, all the while pushing you down so you can't get out of it, and videotaping it, and friends are sitting around watching it, eating popcorn like it's this great movie. And in the end, I actually had to text asking, hey, did the star of the show unalive themselves? Because I wanted them to know I knew what they did. That's what that was for. What I do is actually very specific. So yeah, I just wanted them to know, like, hey, I know what you were up to. Kind of like, I got a lot of things that we'll share. We'll share them along the way. But as of right now, just remember, there's a set of abusers. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. There is a set of abusers who made a plan, a very sick, disgusting plan. They attacked. They show others the reaction to the attack as you, to make people think that that person is you, when it's not you at all, right? The abusers need everyone to believe their made-up version of you to get their plan to work against you. What they didn't plan on was, ready for this? Healing. They didn't plan on me making myself whole. They didn't plan on me realizing that I didn't see myself in that pit. Because when you're in the pit, you don't know that you're that deep in the pit. So you need help. But unfortunately, some people let people know that mental health is like to be afraid of. And some people let people know that, like, we're on a whole different tangent. That's a whole nother story. But Bobby, you should be ashamed of yourself. You honestly should be so utterly ashamed of yourself at the things that you have done and said to our children. You have like torn apart their hearts. Every fiber you just pulled apart, and they're having to put each little fiber back together again on their own because they think what you say is right. And if they don't think what you say is right, they're too afraid to react anyways. You already know that you have them so under your thumb and so under control that there's nothing they can do anyways. The only thing that you didn't count on, me healing. I healed. I'm not that same person that you knew. So the reactions that you guys got back then, and you were able to show that reactive abuse reaction, you don't get to do it anymore because that Donna doesn't exist any longer. That timeline no longer exists. You have to understand that. But you don't understand that because we're not built from the same threads. Hence why I would never have torn my children's hearts, their threads apart. I never would have ever done that. And you already know that because you've watched my life for God only knows how many years at this point. But you wanted to win so bad, you were willing to hurt them. Do you know what kind of man that makes you? My abusers are still playing in the kindergarten lot. Some of them literally. And I put laugh out loud. All the while, I use my time to heal and level up. If no one's told you today, I love you. I love you.